So it wasn't a big company, it just started very small.
This man and his team has donated over 10,000 school bags to kids in deprived communities here in Ghana. In this video, I will follow the factory manager around to see the various stages plastic waste has to go through to become a school bag.
Now that we've purchased this, they need to be sorted, cut open, and then washed.
And at the end of this video, he's going to share with you how you can also be involved. So make sure you watch the video to the end and give it a thumbs up.
These are all school bags.
School bags. Oh, this is huge.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome to Trashy Bags.
Thank you very much. So I have so many questions, but I just want you to briefly tell me what is going on here.
Yes, so here we have 30 of our workers permanently employed here. That's the other aspect of what we are doing. Okay. Apart from the people who collect the plastic and sell to us, this is also an opportunity to create employment for people. Yes.
Wow.
And so you see that what she is doing now is that now that we've purchased this, they need to be sorted, cut open, and then washed. So what
sorted, cut open,
so she's straightening them now. And then beyond the straightening, as she's straightening them, she's also sorting. So those that are in a deplorable state, we believe so much in also collaborations and doing partnership with others. So there will be other people who collect what we are not able to recycle for a different way of recycling, and then bring to us what we are able to use here. So what she's doing here is straightening these. That's what the first thing, because when people drink from them, there's always an opening. So to be able to wash the inside, we have to cut them all open. So at the moment, what she's doing is to straighten them, and then it will go to the next stage which will be now what she's doing. She's cutting them open. You see, so these are all being cut open now. You can see this is open now. So when it goes to the washing stage, they'll be able to wash inside and outside thoroughly.
So you have one person who sorts and two people who cut them open?
At various times, it's not just fixed, but at various times they are switched to do other activities, so it's not boring. And sometimes there are more people doing this if we need to. This is the bottleneck. Yeah.
So how long does this stage normally takes before it gets in there?
It depends. Like apart from this, we recycle other material like billboards, the discarded billboards. So all the giant billboards that you find on the streets, those as well we lace with corporate institutions and then get them for recycling. So if we have a production activity that is involving much more of this water sachet, the whole day long, you just have all the processes running, and then we have people doing the straightening, cutting, washing, and then drying. Normally till after midday, and then after midday, most of the drying activity would have been done, so it dries properly before we collect them for production.
You dry it using the natural sunlight, or you have a machine doing that?
Yeah,
we employ any machines at all in the
no industrial machines apart from the normal sewing machines. We don't have any heavy duty machines. We use basic tools here. Basic tools. So you see from this stage there, it's just basically cutting with scissors and just basic tools like that. And then even with that, with the strength of the creativity, we are still able to make what we have to make and then impact more.
So while we walk to the next stage, I want you to tell me your personal story. How did you end up with Trashy Bags?
Myself?
Yes, your personal story.
I was a professional archaeologist.
A professional archaeologist?
Yes, so I've supported a lot of research work in the area of archaeology, mostly in Ghana here. And also I worked also restoring cultural relics. So because of that, I had an attachment also with museums, monuments in Ghana here, and then also at some point in time in the Netherlands. But there's one of the fascinating things that I saw. You know, archaeologists, at some point in time we do excavations, we dig, and then we had this excavation in the eastern corridor of Ghana, and then I saw so much plastics in the pit.
So much plastic?
Yeah, already. So there will be a time, hundreds and hundreds of years, when the people come and excavate that, and then they say, what kind of people lived here that day to be able to create all this mess? So at that point I started thinking that what is the best way? How can we contribute to solving this problem that is growing viral on a daily basis? So when Trashy Bags started, I saw that as an opportunity also to contribute my part in restoring.
so when it
planet Earth.
started, it means you didn't start it. There is an organization or something behind it.
No, it was, we had an old director at the time, Stuart, but it started very minimally with a few workers.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have about 2 people from that very incipient stage here. So it wasn't a big company, it just started very small. The experimental stage was really something very small. In Medina, we had a small factory that were doing just a minimal number of products. I can remember we were making only tote bags, messenger bags, and what we call sports bag at the time. This, when we look back and see them, we say, did we really make this? But over the years, we've advanced to where we are now.
The advancement was based on making sales and profit, or you had support and...
The first thing that we are appreciated doing is the fact that we are seeing cleaning the environment, providing a solution that wasn't actually there. When we started the factory in Medina, we saw that the whole place, the area there was a mess, plastic every meter. You find it. Plastic being dumped, and then so within a short time that we started to operate, we saw that people started collecting these plastics. So then the first stage of it was the fact that we're seeing helping solve the environmental problems that we have with plastic. And then of course we sell the products that we make, and then all that is being invested back into, because the other aspect, just as I mentioned, is about the employment. So that is always reinvested into the company. Part of our mission is to be able to increase, to expand, to scale up, so that we can employ more people, but then that we can even open more outlets, then we can increase beyond the workforce.
If you are thinking of expanding your business, please consider Cape Coast.
Yes, that's the thing. If you look at especially the major cities, Cape Coast is one, Takoradi, another Accra, where we have the Ashanti region. We need to actually push through with education, especially the young ones. So we do educational programs in most schools. We call them the eco schools.
Eco schools.
Eco schools, yes. And then we try to sensitize the young ones, and that we have other ways of recycling, upcycling, instead of rather throwing away. Yeah, so by that we've had support, and that's continuously happening. That we make a particular school bag, what we call a school bag, and sometimes we are supported to, funded to put in content and then send all these school bags to deprived children in most other parts of Accra, even though we don't have a factory in those places. But our products, we have been able to stretch our product line to supply to people in different parts of Ghana.
Okay. So how come people haven't heard of you yet?
I think we've been featured in almost all the local TV stations, but mostly when they are doing programs that are related to the environment.
Okay.
Yes, and apart from local here, we've been also on the international media front, Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN. Yes, we've been featured in all those international.
So it just means that the nation is not talking about you enough. I would also like to see the next place after here.
Yes. So there is the drying stage. We'll go to the back and then see how all this is being dried. We're fortunate here, we have the sun shining. So anytime that we finish the washing, we put them in the sun, like an hour or two, everything will be completely dry.
Okay.
So we take advantage of that. And so inside here, you see all the bulk. Yeah.
Oh, this is huge.
Yes. Yeah. So
guys, this is very huge.
Yeah. So this is a situation that we have. If we were not existing, and you can think of this, normally within a couple of days, this heap will be gone. Over 250,000 of these are being recycled on a monthly basis. And then you think of that for 16 years now, the kind of quantities of plastic that is being taken off the streets.
I can't believe how clean these things look.
Yeah, so this is what we just saw outside there. And now
they look very clean. Like, were they hand washed?
Yes, all these are hand washed. Again, like you were asking, we don't use washing machines. The
That's
idea
a lot
is
of
that,
work.
yeah, because they've done this, they've mastered to do this, it's really not that difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're able to do quite a lot within the day.
Okay.
So once they're able to do this manually, and it's fine. And we're able
so
to.
what is the next stage after washing and drying?
Apart from the water sachet, we do have off-cut pieces of fabric what we do is that we buy those from the market women
Okay.
who collect them and then sell to us. And then we then select them, join them into different color patterns.
Okay.
And then we begin to make different kinds of products out of that. So at the moment, they are making a beach bag.
A beach bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes we make 2 or 3 different products concurrently.
Okay.
And then when we have a big order, we can just be making one product for over a month.
Okay.
Yeah. For instance, the school bags, when we get an order for the school bags, what we do is to continue to make that for a very long time.
So who makes the designs, or is more of a freestyle approach?
No, it's not freestyle, because quality is also one of the key things. We have a Sly, a champion. He is our chief design person.
Okay.
So normally, to make a product, we have to make a prototype. Sometimes it's from the customer's design, and some people want us to make a certain product. So we first do the prototype, test, and then see if there's some kind of revisions needed.
Okay.
And then if it becomes like an order, something that we have to make in substantial quantities, then the other people are trained to make that so that we have exactly the same quality.
This is more like the interior part of what you are making, and this is the exterior.
Exactly. So this is how it will look like. This is the outer. The inside will be out. So when the bag is finished, they will turn it inside out.
Okay. How long does it take to normally make this stuff?
It very much depends on a particular product. So you can have like the pencil cases, is small products that probably 45
That's a pencil product.
The pencil cases, they are very small, so they are faster to make.
Okay.
So we can make, using the whole workforce, we can make hundreds of them within a day. But whereas the bigger products take a longer time.
What's this from?
At the same time that the others are joining the billboard material, the off-cut pieces of fabric, we also have some people joining the water sachet.
Okay.
So depending on the size of the product or the template, this can be a bigger sheet or a smaller one. Yeah. The bigger
So
ones.
this is basically your raw material.
Yes. All the time we use, in terms of the material, it has to be recycled material.
Okay.
So we use recycled plastic, water sachet, recycled off-cut pieces of fabric, recycled billboard, recycled rice sacks, a whole range of products that are recycled material that we are able to
So
recycle.
it shouldn't necessarily be only plastic bags.
Yes.
You know, like how many stages does it go through to get a final product?
For instance, if we have a pencil case that is just only the water sachet, it will come from the preparation stage that we saw, cutting open, washing, drying, and then joining into the sheet and fixing the zip, and then you are done. Whereas if it has to be this bag, 2 processes will be concurrent. While they do the cutting, washing, and drying, one person will be joining this, another person will be joining the fabric version, and then it goes to another stage where one person will put the fabric and this together. So we try as much as possible to divide it into really small parts so that we can have so many people involved, so you finish it quickly. Now she's having the parts here. She'll put all the parts together and then stitch them together to make the complete bag like this. And very certainly not forgetting to put our brand name, the logo. Exactly. So all the products will have our label. And sometimes when we are collaborating with other people, we co-brand with their label, so you can have like 2 labels, 3 labels, 4 labels.
I see patchwork. What does patchwork mean?
The patchwork is basically putting the pieces together. So this is what she's doing. You will see that these are all little pieces that has been joined together. You can see the stitching at the back.
Okay.
And then this is the billboard. So this has been patched together, and then the third one will be the water sachet.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you will have like 3 layers.
3 layers,
yeah,
just to make one product.
Yes.
Wow.
So you have the outer layer, which is this one now, and then we have now the billboard is use as the lining, so you won't see that here.
Okay.
But then this will be the water sachet, which
Okay.
is the inner
Okay.
lining. And we've had records of people using this for years.
How affordable are your products?
The most expensive product here is 400 cedis.
That's the most expensive one.
Yes.
Is it the mat, the beach
Yeah, the
mat?
picnic blanket. Yeah, the
Okay,
picnic mat.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
But then we have smaller products like pencil cases. Utility products are not expensive, like 40 CDs, 60 CDs, 70, 80.
How often are your products patronized locally, like locally?
Locally, people like the concept, they like the products. You look at all these sheets, these will be gone into making bags, which means basically arresting this and transforming them into making bags and products. So people like the idea, they like the concept, they like the products. But also we work as much as possible to make them affordable for people to buy. And then when we have the corporate institutions funding that, then it's even much easier. All these bags.
Yeah, I
Yes.
saw some at the Green Hub.
Yes.
So these are normally partnered with other corporations and then given out for free.
Yes. Just a couple of days ago, we had one of our partners, Chance for Children. We made 230 of these for Chance for Children. They want to distribute them to some school children.
Okay.
And you look at that, one bag like this is 64 sachet.
64.
Yeah, and to just the 230, that's about 14,700. Just that. And we've distributed thousands and thousands of these to different parts of
I like the
yeah.
rings thing that
Yeah.
is done over there. That's so creative.
Oh yes, become an
beautiful.
environmental guardian. Most people do not have reusable shopping bags because one, they can get plastic for free or very cheap. And so on daily basis, we have people, just individuals generating so much that they never reuse again. So the idea is that we have created this reusable shopping bag we call the smart bag. Smart bag is for smart people. So in the first place, there's no excuse. It's very handy. You can fit this in your backpack or in your car. Because the other excuse is that, oh, I forgot it's so big or bulky, I can't carry it all the time. But this is not that big. It's small, handy. And when anytime that you are ready to shop, and then you unzip it, you have, it's big.
It's
You
very
can,
similar to what Derek showed me at the Green Hub. Very similar, but
Yeah.
that had an fabric, I think fabric
Yes.
exterior.
We have two
Okay,
variations.
okay.
So we have one with the fabric.
Okay.
We even have the third version with the billboard also. So you look at this comparatively, and this
This is
able
my
to
favorite product from
Yeah,
from.
the
And
smart bag.
this and the mat actually.
yeah, and,
These two are very beautiful.
and this is able to carry up to 20 kilos.
Wow.
A couple of weeks ago, we had a Japanese woman who came back here using this bag for 10 years.
Wow.
You can imagine 10 years
Wow.
in Ghana here, or every single day shopping, collecting plastic. Think of the kind of quantity of plastic that an individual would have collected for 10 years. Meanwhile, with this single bag, you could save all those plastics from being disposed of indiscriminately everywhere. And then the billboard, you see, this is the other thing. And now everyone is advertising on our streets, conferences. We have all these billboards advertising companies, and then when they are discarded, they're taken off, we need to recycle them.
How much does this one go for?
This is 80 cedis. And so these ones, we encourage corporate institutions to collect their billboards back, bring them to trashy bags. The fascinating story is that, you know, most of them have their brand names and all that. So we are able to make bags that has a great representation of the brand names.
Considering what you are doing here, it makes me wonder if your main goal is on sustainability or to make sales.
Yeah.
So which one of these do you capitalize on?
Yeah, environmental sustainability is very key to us.
Okay.
Because what we are doing, ultimately, we want to achieve being able to get a cleaner environment, saving us from all the plastic troubles. But then the other aspect is that we need to scale up, increase the size of the company. Yeah, and so apart from that, also the aspect of having to sell and sell enough to be able to sustain the company. I mentioned to you that we have workers here permanently working.
Yes.
Most of them are female, young female women. And so this is kind of an opportunity, it's a livelihood for so many people, especially some of them, most of them actually have had the opportunity to go on maternity leave, normally 3 months,
Wow.
and have a salary. Wow. So we definitely need to sell, and then the income that comes through that is being reinvested into the company. Also hoping as part of our vision to be able to scale up, increase to more employment, more locations. Yeah.
So are your sales enough to finance all the production cost, or you get support from other NGOs? And
at the moment, it's just that the company has also been taken over.
okay.
So it's now we're recovering.
Okay.
We want to get to the situation where we're completely sustainable,
Okay.
and then beyond that, employing more people.
Okay.
And then the good thing being that the income is being reinvested into the company.
How is your recruiting process? Maybe some of the youth who are watching this wants to work here.
It's interesting. We've adopted what I would call self-empowerment spirit. We believe that through the self-empowerment spirit, if people are willing to learn, then we are able to train them. We've had situations where some people who are employed from the beginning, they didn't even know how to pedal the machine. But they came in here to do other supplementary work. In the course of time, we asked them, do you want to train and be able to do more advanced things? And then when they say yes, we try them. We've had cleaners here that we've taught how to sew, and they can do very fascinating things, recycling and so.
Wow.
Our chief designer used to be a footballer, and now there's no single product that he's not able to make, and every single time that we have to make a prototype, he's able to make it up to a good standard. Gender balance, and then all that, we don't discriminate, a woman, a man, no, it doesn't really matter. It matters when people are willing to learn and the opportunity is there. And, yeah.
So it means that anybody can, I can even come and I'll get employed.
Oh yes, you're welcome.
Are you promising me that?
Yeah, and then like I said, the job opportunities are very diverse. There are some people who are not working directly with us here, but they are very instrumental in supporting what we are doing.
Okay.
Yes. We don't complicate things with formal procedures. No, we try to, we keep that low profile. Anyone can walk in here on daily basis. And then sometimes they come, we take them on a tour. Groups can come here, we take them on a tour. We are happy to have people like yourself who also come and then try to support using the media. So we welcome people from diverse walks of life.
I can
and
testify of that.
Schools, we actually organize and bring them here on field trips. So they come here, we take them on tours, and then they see the fascinating things that we do. And some of them go back and then creatively begin to do recycling in diverse ways.
Do you have in mind roughly the number of plastics you've been able to recycle?
We've recycled over 30 million plastics, basically. And then every month we recycle over 200,000 yards of fabric. Yeah, and then billboards and a whole lot. Because the waste that is in the system is incredible. And then less than 5% is being recycled.
How many recycling companies are out there other than Trashy Bags?
We have, it's a lot actually. It's a lot.
Oh.
And then but they are all also into different kinds of recycling.
Okay.
We have people who do handmade products out of recycled material. Even our bead industry in Kobo Dumasi, you know, they use recycled bottles.
Okay.
And then we have those who have industrial machines, but they basically melt the plastic to make granules or pellets for plastic products.
Okay.
And then we have other people who are doing creativity, creative products like what we are doing through innovations.
What niche do you classify your product?
It's fashion. That is one of the interesting things. We will preferably, we say we are upcycling. Yeah, because we're making products out of recycled material doesn't mean that we compromise with the standards and also quality control. We keep it to a very high standard as much as we can, still using recycled material.
I think you've answered most of my questions. So guys, thank you so much for coming all the way with me to this part of the video. I'm going to put the link of Trashy Bags down in the description, so you can go there and then check their products. They are also at Laboni if you want to just walk in, and then I'll see you in the next one.